Welcome, fellow night owls and insomniacs, to a countdown like no other, where we dive deep into the animal kingdom to meet the ultimate rebels, those creatures who've decided that sleep is just a waste of time. Number 10. Bullfrogs. Ah, the bullfrog, a true amphibian of mystery, wrapped in a soggy cloak of confusion. These croaking characters seem to laugh in the face of sleep, keeping one eye open and the other, well, also open. They don't doze off like the rest of us. Instead, they sit in a perpetual state of resting croak face, seemingly always ready for their next hopping adventure. Even science is baffled by these amphibious insomniacs. Do they sleep? Do they meditate? Are they plotting to take over the world? The jury's still out. Number 9. Dolphins. Next, we have the dolphins, the ocean's equivalent of that friend who insists they only need 4 hours of sleep and an espresso shot to function. While you're drooling on your pillow, these cetacean pranksters are only half asleep, literally. One half of their brain naps, while the other half plays lifeguard. It's like they've mastered the art of staying alert and dreaming at the same time. Talk about multitasking. Number 8. Jellyfish. Behold, the upside-down jellyfish. Now, you might think, how can a creature without a brain have sleep issues? And that's the magic of Cassiopeia, floating aimlessly in the water, pretending to be awake. They don't sleep because they don't have the hardware for it. Instead, they enter a trance-like state, which sounds oddly like what I do during Monday meetings. But hey, they're making it work without any beauty rest. Number 7. Orcas. Here come the orcas, the majestic sea rulers who've taken a vow to never truly shut both eyes. Just like dolphins, they keep one hemisphere of their brain awake, patrolling their watery kingdoms. And here's the kicker, baby orcas and their mothers don't sleep at all for the first few weeks after birth. It's the underwater version of new parent syndrome, minus the coffee and baby monitors. Number 6. Ants. Oh, ants. These tiny workaholics live by the mantra, sleep is for the weak. Forget those luxury 8-hour slumbers. Ants take micronaps lasting about a minute, scattered throughout the day. It's like they've discovered the secret to perpetual productivity. Imagine having 250 cat naps a day. No wonder they're always so busy building empires out of breadcrumbs. Number 5. Giraffes. Ever seen a giraffe yawn? Probably not. These tall tales of the savannah are too busy to waste time snoozing. Giraffes clock in just 30 minutes of sleep per day, usually in 5-minute cat naps. That's not just a power nap, that's a lightning bolt of sleep. With necks like periscopes, they're always on the lookout, because in the world of giraffes, it pays to stay awake. Number 4. Alpine swifts. Now, let's turn our eyes to the skies and meet the alpine swifts, the ultimate aerial acrobats. These feathered flyers have perfected the art of sleep flying, staying airborne for up to 200 days without landing. They're like the bird version of marathon runners who just can't stop. And while they do take tiny power rests mid-air, their brains never fully clock out. Flying dreams? More like a flying reality. Number 3. Elephants. Enter the elephants, the kings and queens of catnaps. These massive mammals barely sleep 2 hours a day, often breaking their slumber into quick, blink-and-you'll-miss-it naps. They can go days without sleep while on the move, proving that even the biggest animals don't always get the biggest sleep quota. Who needs a snooze button when you've got an internal clock set to power mode? Number 2. Sharks. In the runner-up spot, we have the sharks, the ocean's restless warriors. Some species, like the great white, simply never stop swimming. They have to keep moving to push water through their gills and keep oxygen flowing. Imagine if every time you stopped to rest, you'd suffocate. Their motto? Sleep is a luxury we simply can't afford. Number 1. Fruit flies. And finally, drumroll, please, our reigning champions of insomnia, the fruit flies. These tiny creatures are proof that size doesn't matter when it comes to sleeplessness. Genetically designed for endurance, some of these flies barely catch a wink and are still buzzing around like they own the place. They've practically written the book on sleep deprivation and thrive on it. Their secret? just never stopping, because when you're a fruit fly, who has time to sleep? So, while these animals may dodge dreamland, remember, sleep is a precious gift that even these champions of wakefulness sometimes envy. Until next time, stay curious, stay wild, and maybe take a nap, because not all of us are built for a life without Z's.